Hi, my name is Stacy, and this is Soraya and Alea. And I wanted to start a YouTube channel for us so you guys could join us on our adventures of being a young parent and having a young parent, and yeah, to see how this goes. And yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to record this experience not only for everybody to know that like it's not easy, and for her to look back on. So this is Soraya, and she was actually born February 3rd 2022. That's when I decided to go to the hospital because I was like, yeah, it's getting intense. But I was still in denial because I was like, yeah, I don't think it's her. I don't think she's coming this early. And I just, yeah, for like, just in case, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go. I got admitted, and when I did get admitted, it turns out I was 5 centimeters dilated. And I was all for I wanted it to be natural. I didn't want the epidural because like I heard many different stories about the epidural and how it goes into your back. So I was very scared about that. I was like, I don't want to be paralyzed. I don't want to have any back problems after this. Just from what I was reading over on the internet. So I was like, no, I don't want the epidural. But as the pain intense, I'm sorry, you guys might hear me keep on saying or and because like I'm nervous and this is my first time recording myself. So yeah. She was born 5 pounds 9 ounces, and she was 19 inches, and I was in labor for 3 days. So I felt the contraction start 4 days after the baby shower, which was February 1st, and it felt like cramping. It felt like cramping and more like towards my back and stuff. And like whenever the contractions would hit, she would start like moving, so it'd be like pressure plus her moving. So the second day it was like heavily, like it was, so as the pain like increased, and I realized that it was getting more like pressure, and I think I could have held it off, but if it wasn't for me not sleeping for the last 2 days, I just wanted like a rest. So I was like, yeah, just give me the epidural. Just give me the epidural. When I tell you, it just felt like I was like, the pain of the epidural versus the pain of the contractions, I would take the epidural twice, maybe 3 times. Like I was not ready for that. And I felt more of the contraction than like the needle going into my back. So after the epidural, I did like get a good sleep, and it was fine. So I feel like they admitted the epidural around 11 p.m. that night, and the second day it was more intense. So that's when I'm like, oh yeah, she might be coming. And I did see a little spotting. So I called the OB, and they were like, how, okay, when the contractions start to be like back to back, like you could count how they're coming, then you could see if like you won't be able to handle the pain, or you could come in. So I ended up going home to take like a hot shower. I tried drinking lettuce tea because I heard that lettuce tea helps you sleep and like relax your body, because I was not sleeping at all. Like I was fighting through the pain. So on the second day, going on to the third day, that night, that's to 8, that's when they're like, yeah, so she's coming, and are you ready to push? I was nervous, and they were just guiding me through it. I was, whew. I was like, I still don't, I still look at it and I'm like, damn, I've really pushed out a whole human being, like a whole baby. 19 inches. um, so everything went good. And like, out of nowhere, as soon as they said that, the doctor came in and like a whole bunch of nurses came in. It was like a cheerleading squad. Like a whole bunch of them came in. They just started cheering me on. They're like, yeah, you go, Stacy, like you can do it, you're doing amazing, you're doing amazing. That's why, like, it's always good to have like a good team of nurses and like your family to support you. So as we were like getting monitored throughout after we got the epidural, the doctor realized that whenever a contractions came, that's when she was moving. And she was doing that for the past 2 days, meaning that like she loved the contractions. It was just like a game to her. Meanwhile, I was suffering. So after that, like, they did the peanut ball where like they would move me side to side to make sure that her heart rate is steady and everything is fine. And yeah, like they would keep on checking in. The nurses were amazing. Like, I loved the hospital. It was great. It was a great experience. And I didn't feel pressured. It was like at my pace. Yeah, so she ended up like, I got to 10 centimeters at about 7 a.m. the next morning. So her due date was actually supposed to be March 1st, right? But she came early. She came a whole month early. I was shocked. I was very much surprised. And I wasn't expecting it because my mom, it's just me and my sister. So she told us how like she had us like at 8 months, and that Soraya might come early. And I was like, no. I did not believe that. I did not want to believe that, because I was like, yeah, I wanted her to be a March baby. Yeah, so as the pain like increased, and I realized that it was getting more like pressure, and I think I could have held it off, but if it wasn't for me not sleeping for the last 2 days, I just wanted like a rest. So I was like, yeah, just give me the epidural. Just give me the epidural. When I tell you, it just felt like I was like, the pain of the epidural versus the pain of the contractions, I would take the epidural twice, maybe 3 times. Like, I was not ready for that. And I felt more of the contraction than like the needle going into my back. So after the epidural, I did like get a good sleep, and it was fine. So I feel like they emitted the epidural around 11 p.m. that night. And I would also love to do a postpartum video, because I am Haitian, and if anyone watching this is Haitian, they know how their parents may be, and how like they love to tell them what to do and stuff. And at some point there's like, you think that they're doing too much, but really they weren't. I was more of the independent type. I didn't like asking people, so I assumed that I could do everything myself. I was very much mistakenly wrong. And yeah, I'm just new to this YouTube journey, and I would love for you guys to get on this ride with me and enjoy my content. So yes. Okay, maybe I'll insert when she came out at the end of this video, so you guys could see. And yeah, I feel like I had a great birthing experience. I would love to hear everybody's birthing experience if they were different from mine. And yeah, comment down below. And also, I would love to do a video on my stretch marks and how fast they grew throughout the pregnancy coming to an end, and how I'm dealing with my body now, because the stretch marks grew like every day. I was like, damn. But I just learned to embrace it and love it, because this body made a whole human being. So yeah, I had a great birthing experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. The I feel like the pushing took about maybe 10 minutes. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure on how long it took. But I felt it was about maybe 5 pushes. So yeah, they were just telling me as you feel the pressure or the contractions come in, because the epidural did start to wear off a little bit, so I did feel like